I'm wearing a Knicks.
Ah,
Yeah, funny, right? This shit got me tight.
yo, that
Shit
shit's
got
kind
me
of funny.
so tight, bro. RJ, really? RJ and quickly?
So here's my thought. So Quickly is going to be due for big money at the end of the year, and I don't know that the Knicks were going to pay him.
Why not?
I
He's
don't know. I agree. Why not? But I just had this feeling that there was no like real talk about them making a commitment to him long term, which doesn't make any sense to me because he's our depth.
I was just about to say the same thing. That makes no sense. Then what are we doing?
I don't know. I mean, you send RJ back to Canada.
Yeah, I understand RJ is going back home. I don't care about that, bro. Why do we keep getting rid of our best draft picks? Like RJ was, yeah, he's not great on defense. And yeah, I honestly, me personally, I think Julius Randle is a bad influence on him. And he does a lot of shit Julius does, but that's my insight. I just feel like
you just fucking hate Julius, though.
Yeah, I hate Julius. Yeah, there's no getting around it. I'm a big Julius hater. There's no getting around that.
Yeah.
But RJ, really? Our young talent? That was supposed to be our future. What future are we having?
OG? I mean, the other thing is, too, listen, OG Anunoby offensively is basically the same player, like a 15-point guy. Better defender. He's a better defender than RJ. But he's also a free agent at the end of the fucking year. So now you're talking about another contract you got to put out. So instead of paying Quickly, you're going to pay Anunoby?
It doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't we put that into a Donovan Mitchell trade then?
Right.
Why would we put that into OG? Like that?
Right. I agree. I mean, listen, I'm glad it wasn't Zach LaVine because that shit would have made me sick.
Yeah, because he would have been injured again too.
Yeah, he's just bro. Look at the Bulls. They were dog shit when he was playing.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out, and all of a sudden, that's a team. Like they're not great, but they compete every night.
I'll tell you this: they were way better with Lonzo. When Lonzo was healthy, they were.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's a shame what happened to him, man. Because he might never
be coming back. They just said that he has no more pain in his knees.
Really?
Like 2 days ago, they just announced that he has no more pain in his knees, and he's talking about a comeback. So,
all right. Well, if that's the case, I mean, I hope so. Because as a player, I like the kid. I would like to.
He was good, but to have injuries in both knees,
right? Right.
That's
yeah. Yeah. It's like Antonio McDyess.
Yeah. He used to be a beast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's another one of those guys the Knicks got, too late in his career, injury prone. That's the shit we're known for.
I was just saying this to my boy. I don't know if you know Richard, but yeah, I was just saying this to Richard. I said the Jets are the same way as the Knicks. We get great players, but at the end of their career.
Oh yeah, they're always washed by the time they get here.
Look at Tracy McGrady. Everybody forgets he was on the Knicks. Bro.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. We had Steve Francis, bro.
Bro.
Yeah,
we had Al Harrington. We had a
lot
of good players.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of their career, that's it.
Absolutely. We love overpaying for guys' names. You know what I mean? And the Jets are the same way. You're right. Yep. They basically run the same.
I honestly think this is a bad trade. The reason why I say it's a bad trade is because I didn't want to trade RJ unless it was going to be something to make us get past that second round.
And we're not. We're the same. We're the same team we were before this trade happened.
And what you were back to what you were saying before about like he's the same as RJ, but where does the Quickly pick up? Because Quickly is 20-25. He could get 30 one night.
Right.
Who's making up for that?
Not fucking Precious Chua. That guy scores 8 points a game.
Okay, this is why I never understand like their front office and why they do the dumb shit that they do.
What's really going to be the deciding factor, because it says draft compensation. What's really going to be the deciding factor is what the fuck that looks like. Because if there's first rounders involved in this trade, we lost big time.
I think we lost already.
Yeah.
What are we doing this for? What was the point of this trade?
I don't know. And Toronto's blowing it up. Supposedly Siakam's on the trade block too.
Yeah, I think that whole team is, but why wouldn't we get Siakam?
I would get it.
Julius, bro. Fuck
right.
Julius,
yeah, I knew that was coming.
Oh, man, bro.
And you didn't even find a way to throw fucking the Frenchman in there either. What's his name?
48. Why
is
he still there?
How is it you can't dump that contract? He's an expiring deal, bro. Like unless there's more move, unless they're making more moves. But
I
I
just
mean,
don't understand what's
we
going
need
on.
bigs right now.
I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, because Mitchell is hurt.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Hartenstein's a great player, but he's not a starter. He
No, he's
fouls
more
like he's a
heart
bench
than
player.
anything. He's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
heart than anything. Yeah.
But I'm saying he fouls like he's a bench player. You know what I mean? Like he's got him to give up, and then all of a sudden he's in foul trouble, and you know, we're rolling dinosaurs out there. Like you can't. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bad
Yeah,
trade. And then last night, Knicks look bad. Maybe that's why. Maybe they heard about this trade already because they look terrible. They got
right,
killed by the Orlando Magic last night.
right. And they're gonna get run off the floor tonight by the Pacers,
Yeah, they're gonna
especially
get killed.
now shorthanded because these guys aren't gonna. The trade's not gonna go through where these guys are gonna be able to play tonight.
Well, this is my thing. Like, what? Where's like I don't know. The bench, man. Like, quickly was our whole bench.
100%.
Why would you let that go?
Right,
I don't understand.
right. I agree. I mean, I would have rather seen him move. I would have rather seen him move Grimes, Fournier. Obviously, those pieces that we don't really, you know.
The pieces we don't even play.
Right, right.
And
Well,
there's
but
other pieces I don't even remember their names that's on the bench.
well, there's guys on the bench you've never heard of.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
There's
why
white
are
kids.
they still there?
There's white kids on the Brit bench. I don't even know who the fuck they are.
Oh my god, that other kid, what's his name? DiVincenzo.
He can play a little bit.
He could play. He could play.
Yeah, he
But
can play a little.
I still don't see him making up for quickly, losing quickly. Like this,
No.
This is bad, bro. I think this is another. We're gonna have to rebuild.
And they paid RJ, right? RJ got a contract last year.
Yep.
So you paid him. Now you got to have to reassess and give out a new contract to OG instead of giving quickly a deal. You know, I knew you were going to have to put RJ in a deal if we made like a blockbuster trade. If you were going to do a Mitchell or something like that.
Donovan Mitchell trade,
right.
Something like that. But OG?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been watching some Toronto games because I bet a lot of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So I stay watching oddball games and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kid's not an impressive player, man. Like there's nothing about him. Like he plays good D. Don't get me wrong. He's a good defensive player. Shit that won't show up in the box score, but like
it's cool. But I don't see him making those stops. That's gonna make a difference for our team,
right?
Like,
and bro, our problem isn't necessarily making. I mean, its problem is making stops, but like we can't score when it matters. I mean, trust me. Obviously, watching the Milwaukee games, our defense is hurting. Those first two Milwaukee games, we got embarrassed. We couldn't stop a fucking cold. You know what I mean? You couldn't. Yeah. But like that, you can't have it all be Randall and fucking Brunson because they don't go off on the same games. It's either or.
And to keep a man who had the coldest record in the beginning of the year in NBA history over RJ is crazy. That to me, that's just crazy. That's just my opinion.
I think I do give him the benefit of the doubt because I feel like he had to round back into game shape because of the whole ankle. And he's been balling, bro. He has, but he's a whiny bitch. He is.
He's been balling.
He's been balling. He's been balling.
He's had a few good games. I'll give him that. But it's more of his attitude on the court. And I honestly think he was the worst influence for RJ. If you watch RJ's game this past year and the year before, like the end of last year, he was mimicking
100%. I agree.
Those stupid ass turnaround spins. Like,
yep.
Bro, it was really pissing me off.
Yep, I agree. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, unless they got something else in the pipeline that we don't know about, like unless this is like a step towards something, another play, another trade, we're not in any better or worse shape. I mean, we're probably in worse shape, but I'm saying like as far as rankings go, we're going to be the same fucking team.
This is my point. That's the only point I have.
Like, how do you make trades that don't make you better?
Make the trade to where we're actually a better team.
Right.
Don't make the trade to where we're the same team.
Right. Right.
Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, it's like a unilateral move. Nothing fucking changes, you know?
Yep. Just doesn't make sense.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, I gotta get D. I gotta hit him up.
I was already shaking my head. You know, I'm a big RJ guy, man.
I know you are.
Big RJ guy.
I know you.
He could have, like, here's the problem with the Knicks. the biggest problem with the Knicks, we never develop our draft picks.
Ever.
When do we do that? We always
Never.
trade them away and then pick somebody else that's not going to last for us. OG, who's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. And then we got shit.
Yeah.
And then we got to rebuild again. Then we got to figure it out again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking hamster wheel for sure. And the shit never ends. And we don't draft well.
The Knicks and the Jets, man. Knicks and the Jets, man.
Yeah. This is my fandom, my whole fucking life, man.
Same
Fucking
here, man. Same
35 years of this shit. Met fan too. Like it's rough being
I don't
me.
really watch baseball, but I would have been a Met fan. It's those colors the same way.
Yeah.
I was an Islanders fan. Being on Long Island, watch hockey.
At least I was a Ranger fan. I got to see a cup when I was like 12.
Islanders had some good teams though back in the day.
Yeah.
Like Barrett Trade and shit like that.
Yeah.
I remember some.
But I bleed basketball and football first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Hoops number one, football number two to me, always has been.
Yep.
And it's just fucking brutal.
It is
brutal.
This is why I probably got so big into MMA, because I don't have to be pissed off at a whole
right.
team.
Yeah, you're probably right with that too. But I feel like I'm cursed because even when I lean towards guys in MMA, I watch them get fucking worked. Yeah.
That happens all the time. But everybody, I look at it like everybody loses, so it's really
right. But I'm saying I go into fights, I'm like, this is my guy. You got this, and then someone will get knocked out, and you're just like, bitch, are you serious? Is this like my life?
I honestly don't. This is what I learned from watching so long. I don't really have a guy like that anymore.
Right.
I used to.
Right, me too.
Anderson Silva, George.
Right.
Yeah, used to be my guys. Let's go. But now it's like, I like him. He's a good fighter. I try not to get too deep into like fandom with people.
Yeah, when I was young, when I first started watching it, I was that way too. Carlos Condit,
Carlos Condit was my guy too.
Yeah. That guy was a fucking savage.
Yeah, he was. But I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like if I do that, how it is when you're really a fan of someone, your palms get sweaty, you get mad. Nervous, I want to watch this shit.
Yeah. That's how I am with fucking football and basketball when they're playing. You know what I mean? But they're so.
Not with the Knicks anymore either.
I was gonna say they're so bad for so long now. I don't even fucking bat an eyelash at it. Like when fucking Aaron Rodgers went down, I had people calling me like, "Yo, are you okay?" And I'm laughing, bro. I was laughing because I'm like,
I didn't even pick up the phone. They were calling me. I didn't pick up the phone, bro. I was like, nah, I don't even want to talk to you. Because my friends are different. They call me laughing. They're
right.
I'm like, it's crazy.
People were checking up on me. I'm like, yo, it doesn't even fucking faze me at this point. I'm so numb to it all,
It's a shame.
But I don't know. And I'm telling you, they're gonna get run off the floor tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt.
They're gonna lose by like a 30 spot tonight. Watch.
Yeah, but watch us win for some weird reason. Watch us win the fucking game. It pissed me off now that we won. And it was RJ's fault. He was holding.
Yeah, right. Like it's got anything to do with him.
I just, it just made me tight. I'm a big RJ guy. You know this. So.
I do think, though, unfortunately, I know you're right. We don't develop players. And I don't know that, Tibbs is the right coach to even develop young players.
No, not at all.
I think he's probably past this fucking era. And, we probably.
Two best young players he just traded. Traded our two best young
players. And we traded fucking Obi the year before, who we probably shouldn't have drafted, but we traded Obi the year before. And it's. And Obi's actually playing.
Brother, what the fuck?
Yeah, Obi's actually playing okay over in Indiana.
He is. Me and my boy Mel were just talking about it. He's a big Obi fan. But what I just explained to him is he's averaging the same numbers. He's not really doing anything different than he was.
Right.
Before.
But that team is built for a player like him because they get out and run, and Halliburton is just a walking assist.
They're using him the right way.
100%. 100%. They get him out in the open court. He'll hit his little three here and there or whatever.
Yeah.
But they get out and run, man. They don't play no defense, though.
The other night, though?
Yeah.
He didn't even look the reverse.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a freak.
Bro,
he's a freak.
Walked off the court. He would have time out.
Like, all right, I'm done.
Same for me. Shit.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting next couple weeks to see what happens. I mean, before the trade deadline and shit, we'll see if maybe there's something else in the pipe. But that move didn't make us any better. We're not moving in the standings because of that. And if you're not making trades to get better, then why are you making trades at all?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's not like, RJ's been a good soldier. Quickly don't complain at all. Quickly could start on most teams.
Bro, maybe there was a problem with Quickly and Brunson. Maybe he wanted to start. Maybe he wanted out. Maybe I just don't know. But to me, I would have never got rid of Quickly, bro.
But Quickly's going to go up to fucking Toronto and start and average like fucking 18.
Bro, he's going to kill it, Toronto.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now. And RJ's going back home. They might be really good at Toronto.
Yeah. Which would really make me sick if they are. I mean, listen, I'll root for them. You know what I mean?
I'm still an RJ fan.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I don't want to see guys. I don't want to see guys do poorly when we trade them off, especially when they're not like guys that like are fucking rotting the team or whatever. But like,
usually when we trade our young guys, they do better.
Of course. Plus, you're out of the spotlight of New York and the fucking pressure cooker of all the fucking media and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
Like
now he gets to go home, chill, relax.
Right. And have a whole country behind him.
Yep.
Essentially. Yeah. I mean, he's and watch him go up there and be a 20-point a game guy. Yeah. It's probably coming, bro. We're going to be having this conversation for the next 2-3 months.
Yep.
We'll revisit it at a later date, but as of right now, I don't feel good about it at all.
No, I feel you on that. I don't feel good about it at all. I think it was a stupid trade. I think if you're going to get rid of RJ, at least get somebody that's going to make a difference in our team. He won't make a difference defensively, but he won't make a difference offensively, which we got to catch up with everybody else who's scoring.
Right. The problem with the Knicks is unless all three of those guys were playing well, we're not winning games. When RJ, Randall, and Brunson were all balling, we could beat anybody in the league. Legit. You could beat anybody in the league any given night. But the problem is it's one night it's Brunson, one night it would be RJ, one night it would be fucking Julius. So you couldn't get any consistency. And I don't know part of me feels like it's the coach. Part of me feels like it's the way the team is being run. I just don't know that, I don't know, man. I watch other teams play and I watch the ball movement and everything else that goes on. And you're just like, fuck, man. They get out and run. Knicks don't get out and run. When we had Obi, we did, because he was always halfway down the court in 3 strides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And our defense went to shit when Robinson went down. The whole team changed.
The whole team changed. But Brunson was holding us up.
100%. 100%. Listen, Jalen Brunson is the best free agent signing probably in New York sports history because of the money and what he's turning out to be. Everybody in the beginning was like, yo, how do you give him $100 million? Blah, blah, rah, rah, rah. Bro, that's of course, yeah. Bro, that's a bargain, that contract now.
Now he's underpaid for sure.
100%. By $20 million a year, he's underpaid.
Crazy, man.
So you got to take advantage of that contract while you can, and try. You got to try to strike while you still have him, because his next deal, if he keeps playing like this, his next deal is going to be wild. He's going to get, max money,
and they're going to have to afford him or let him go.
Right, because he's going to be worth 40-something million a year in today's NBA, which is a wild number for me to even say, but that's that's the going rate now.
Today's NBA.
These guys are making 50-60 million a year now, which is fucking bonkers. Remember when Kevin Garnett got the $100 million deal and everybody was like, yo, you can't pay an NBA player $100 million. That's wild. Rah, 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 whatever.
There was somebody that got it before him. People don't remember, though. Joe Smith got it before him.
Did he?
I remember that Joe Smith was the first one to get that $100 million contract. Was it Joe Smith?
I feel like Antoine Walker was in there too at one point.
I know it was Joe, because Joe Smith is the guy everybody talking about now, but from back in the day, because it's OnlyFans or whatever. But back in the day, I'm pretty sure.
You just say he's doing OnlyFans?
His wife is doing.
Oh, I was like, pause, bro. What?
Hey, yo, bro. Whoa. His wife.
Yeah, but it was like back then. I mean, that's only like 10, 15 years ago. People were like 100 million is wild.
He was the number one draft pick or something like that. Or top
Yeah,
pick
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was him. He got a big contract, and then Garnett got one, and Shaq got one. Shaq got a real big one because he's you know how Shaq is. If they got this contract, I deserve.
Right.
But
Shaq was, Shaq was worth it. Shaq was, Shaq's a generational. People, I love, people talk about the whole Jordan, LeBron, all that stuff. Like the most dominant player in my fucking lifetime is Shaquille O'Neal, and it's not even close.
Shaq. It's not even close. Shaq. But in reality, the most dominant ever is Will Chamberlain. Because a lot of what I've noticed is the NBA tries to hide all his
stats. Yeah,
bro. He's the only person to have a quintuple double, bro. I never even heard anybody even talk about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
He has 50 of them.
Get the fuck out of here,
bro. Supposedly he has like hundreds and hundreds of triple doubles that was never recorded because it wasn't a stat back then.
Right, they weren't recording blocks and shit back then or whatever.
They said he averaged 10.8 blocks a game.
Get the fuck out of here,
bro. They said that Bill Russell was averaging 8.8 blocks a game.
Right, yeah, so and he's another one. Bill Russell's another one. Like.
If he was doing that, Wilt definitely had more blocks.
Right.
Out there in blocks. But like, imagine if they recorded those back then.
Well, they said that like there was years where he led the league in points, rebounds, blocks, like basically every statistical category.
You know what's funny? People want to compare him to MJ or whatever because they both averaged 30, but they like to leave out that he averaged 24 rebounds for his whole career.
Right.
Like, that's crazy, bro.
Right. Listen, if you're a 20 and 10 guy now, they talk about you like first ballot walk-in Hall of Famer.
100%.
And rightfully so. I mean, that's
as they should. I agree.
But he was out there playing with white boys like my height and shit, though. You know that, right?
And that's not even true.
I know. I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking around. But
you know Yeti. Yeti.
Oh, yeah. Paul. I know Paul. Yeah.
The other day. I had to show him the Celtics roster. Their starting five had like 3 or 4 black guys on there. I don't want to hear that no
more. It's fucking funny.
I forgot that guy. What's his name when he stole the ball at the end back in the day?
That's John Havlicek. That's the same last name as me, Mo.
No, but there's another black guy that's. Oh no, that was on.
That was a white boy. Havlicek stole the ball. That's
Havlicek, but there was one with Larry Bird too. I think it was Dennis Johnson or something like that.
Maybe, but yeah, that Havlicek stole the ball thing is the only reason people can like fucking pronounce my last name. You know what I mean? People like see it and they're like, "Oh, wait a second, you related to the basketball player?" I'm like, yeah, great uncle, whatever.
Yeah, man, that's Havlicek was a beast too.
Yeah, Boston was.
Look at stats, and back to that, like the GOAT debate and stuff. Like a lot of those stats that MJ has, there wasn't even those stats back in the day. Like back before MJ, right? A lot of people don't realize that the players voted for MVP. So if the players didn't like you, this is why Wilt doesn't have many MVPs.
That I didn't know.
A lot of players did not like him. Think about this. Wilt averaged 50 points, 27 rebounds for a whole season. He did not win MVP.
Yeah, that's wild.
Think about that. Nobody's even close to those stats. It's because the players didn't like him. And the players voted MVP.
Yeah, I didn't know the players voted for MVP back in the day.
They stopped it, I think, right before Magic got into the league, like 79, 80, something like that.
Yeah.
That they gave it to the beat writers, the reporters.
Listen, everybody always wants to talk about the greatest of all time and whatever. That's a tough thing to fucking quantify. You know what I mean? Like, because different generations and different styles of play. Like, I don't know, man. Larry Bird was a fucking monster back in the day, and he was cold-blooded.
Injuries, man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I'm saying there's just so many guys. You go back, and if you like really have watched ball, like I've been watching ball since I'm fucking 7 years old, 7 years old.
Yep.
And I mean, we've seen some fucking amazing fucking players come and go. Oh, you know, and I feel like there's a lot of recency bias where it's like, this guy's the man because this is what we're used to right this second. You know what I mean?
Honestly, the only recency bias I will agree with is LeBron because look what he's done for 21 years.
Right.
And it's kind of not recency bias because he's been there for
21 years. Yeah, it's true.
And he's the only player to average, I mean, not average, but to have 40K in points, 10K in rebounds, and 10K in assists.
Yeah, the only, and I know you don't like you don't like Jordan, and I'm not really a huge Jordan guy either, but the defensive players of the year and shit that he has is a big deal to me. Like when you're MVP of the league and defensive player of the year in the same season.
Look at that. Go back and look at that again. It shouldn't have been him. It shouldn't have been him. There was way better defenders, like big men.
Oh well, yeah. Back then there was trees in the league back then.
His name, I can't really until I look it up. But when you look up that year, you'll see like Gary Payton was one that should have been like they was right there neck and neck.
Right.
And then there was big men that averaged double doubles with blocks. Like, come on, bro.
Right.
And
back then, if you think about it,
he won the steals. Like he got the steals. So I think it was like 2.3 steals a game or something crazy like that. So that's why they gave it to him. But I still don't think they should have ever gave it to him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is what it is. Back then it was different too because everybody had a big. Everybody had like a legit big back then.
Yeah.
Think about like
Scottie Pippen guarded the best big man or the best player on every other team.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. But I'm just saying, like, if you think about too, like, think about all the centers back then. I know it's a dead position, but like the David Robinsons, the fucking Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, fucking Mutombo, Shaq when he was young. Like everybody had a monster big. You had to have one because if you didn't, you were getting fucking worked. But that's when everybody played inside out ball. Nobody does that anymore. Everything's spread the floor, jump shots, mid range.
Yeah, you know what? Also, the courts are bigger now. I know a lot of people don't realize that
they widened it. I knew that.
They shortened the 3-point line in the 90s,
right?
Because they wanted a more exciting game.
Right.
So and now it's a lot further back and shit, and now you got Steph Curry wilding out there.
But it's funny though because when you see guys like Jokic and Embiid play. They're traditional big men. I mean, don't get me wrong; they'll pop a three every once in a while.
You know what's funny? You know who Jokic reminds me of?
Who?
He reminds me of two people mixed. He reminds me of fucking Greg Ostertag mixed with Sabonis. That's what he reminds me of, bro.
I was gonna say he's probably got a little Vlade Divac in him too.
He's got a little bit of Vlade, but Vlade was a little more flimsy. No, Jokic is flimsy. Jokic can be, flailing around.
Yeah, but they could pass. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, Sabonis, that's why, because Sabonis was that dude.
He was probably one of the best passing big men of all time. Yeah, absolutely. And he was a fucking freak. The guy's head was like the size of a fucking garbage pail.
Yep.
He's just a weird looking dude.
Right now in the league too.
Yeah, his son's, he's a good player.
I think he's number 10 in the MVP talks.
His son?
I'm pretty sure he's averaging like a double-double or something like that.
He's averaging like almost 13 boards a game right now.
Yeah, I think he's number 10 in the MVP talks.
And I know he's like a 6 assist guy too.
He got that from his pops.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. But yeah, so this is gonna be a conversation we're gonna have to revisit in a couple weeks. Reevaluate, sit down, chop it up, figure it out.
It didn't help us. That's what I'm gonna say.
What's that?
I said I know what I'm gonna say. It didn't help us. I'm gonna tell you right now. It might help us a little bit in the beginning, but once we get to the playoffs, we won't get to the second round. Past the second round because of OG.
So, I mean, we were gonna be a top second round team no matter what.
Yeah, that's my point. Like
that's our ceiling right now is making it to the second round.
If we're gonna make a trade like that, make sure we're getting past that.
Yeah,
make sure we got somebody that's gonna help us get past that.
If you're not gunning for the Eastern Conference Finals based on a trade like that, where you're giving up a guy you just drafted number 3 overall 3 years earlier, the year after you traded a guy that you took number 7 or 8 overall.
Like we just draft people just to get rid of them years later. So. The only draft pick that has gotten a second contract from us in the past 20 years is Oh, okay, yeah. Prior to that was the white boy that fucking Don't tell me my guy David Lee.
Yeah, David Lee.
That's my guy right there.
David Lee, yeah. David Lee was the only David Lee prior to RJ, David Lee was the only draft pick in the past 25 years that we've given a second contract to.
Bro, a lot of people don't know if David Lee didn't get injured on the Warriors, Draymond wouldn't have been playing so early.
David Lee was a monster.
He was a beast out there, man.
Monster.
He didn't get enough credit, but that's what happens on the Knicks.
Well, because he was the best player on a bad team for all those years.
Yeah, he was.
You know, those were bad teams he was on.
Really bad teams, actually.
Really bad teams.
Yeah.
You know, but he was a walking double-double, man. That guy was 18 and fucking 10 all day long.
Oh, all right, real quick. Let me ask you this. Who you got? Who you got taking the East? Who you got taking the West?
I think the Nuggets are probably going to get back again.
You think so?
I only think the only other team that I think could give them trouble is going to be OKC. Okay. I think OKC is legit. Mm-hmm. I think they're fucking legit. I think the whole country hasn't caught up yet because they're a small market and people don't see them a lot. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is arguably the best player in the league right now. He's a superstar.
He's up there. I got him top 6.
Yeah, he's a fucking legit superstar, and they got really good pieces.
I just feel like they give him a lot of calls. They want him to be like a new top guy because he's quiet. He doesn't really talk shit.
He's another Canadian.
And he's Canadian. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That kid they just drafted, though, what is that, Williams? The kid they just drafted a kid this past year. He's a stud too. Chet fucking all of a sudden looks.
The Williams, doesn't he have a twin also?
He might.
So I know. Yeah, okay. I know who you're talking about.
But I mean, the kid Chet can play. If Josh Giddey isn't found out to be fucking 12-year-olds, he's a good piece.
That's crazy too.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, and honestly, I think if Embiid can get healthy, I think Philly's going to give people problems.
That's my take. I think Philly takes the East because here's my thing with the Celtics. Everybody's got the Celtics to take the East, but me and you, we know Porzingis. He's not going to last.
No.
He's not going to last, bro. We know this.
And
he's injury prone.
And I just don't – they haven't done anything that's super impressed me this year.
They're playing good, consistent basketball.
Right.
Give him that. And Porzingis looks good on that team.
He sure does. He fits well.
I can't even front. He does, but I just don't see it lasting. And once one person goes down, it's going to be a trickle effect, and I think Philly's going to beat them out.
And if you end up matching up Philly and Boston, Porzingis can't guard Embiid.
No, not at all.
You know, you're going to have foul trouble. Embiid's just going to get 30 and 10 for the rest of the fucking year.
Yeah, he is.
You know? He's averaging 30 and 10.
It's crazy, bro. But I think he's averaging 35 and 10.
Yeah. I just know they said it was some crazy number in a row of 10 or 15 games.
I'm sure he's averaging 35 points right now.
That's fucking bananas. But if you watch them play, man, that the 2-man game that him and fucking Maxey have put together is damn near unstoppable.
And when they play Boston, right? You think Drew Holiday is going to be able to stop Maxey?
No.
I don't think so. Bro. So
I think fucking Drew Holiday is kind of overhyped with his defense, to be honest with you.
He has good defense, but he's definitely overhyped.
I know. Don't get me wrong. He's good, but they were talking about him they were bringing in this lockdown defender, and it's Marcus Smart was as good of a defensive player. I mean, he's no offense, but as good of a defensive player.
Defensive player of the year? Isn't he the one that won this year?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, whatever. They're a good team, and I think they'll be there. Mm-hmm. But I think it'll be Philly. I think it'll be Philly and probably Denver. And if it's not, the only reason I would see Denver not doing it is OKC. OKC is legit top to bottom.
I like OJ's OKC because Chet is my guy. I got him Rookie of the Year. I said it from the beginning. He was going to be Rookie of the Year. Wemby's good. But I just think Chet is already.
So real quick, it's funny that you say that because you know Frainer, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So he hates Chet Holmgren.
What?
He hates him. And when he got drafted 2 years ago, he was like, that motherfucker's a bum. He's gonna be fucking that guy. He goes, he was like, I'll fucking body that kid. Oh my God. Then when he got hurt, he's like, I told you he's fucking fragile. That kid's a fucking bum. He went on a fucking tear. He hates Chet Holmgren. And I keep forgetting to bust his balls a little bit. Be like, yo, what happened to your boy? You know, because he's balling.
I gotta get him on here to talk some shit. Too.
Oh, he'll shit. He's got takes for days. That boy.
Yeah, we gotta chat about that shit on here for sure. Cause Chet is my guy. I can't believe he was hating on him.
He hates him. Yo, he hates him. He was pre-draft. He was talking so much shit.
I hate on the tall, skinny, no muscle guys, but honestly, KD's the one that changed that for me.
Right.
He's the one that changed my outlook on those tall, lanky, skinny motherfuckers.
Yeah, but you got to realize though too, like KD is not the norm when it comes to that body type. Like a lot of those guys do fall apart. They end up with ankle problems, and you know what I mean. Like look, Porzingis, all these guys 7 foot plus and like skinny as a rail. They just don't. When you get in there, you got to start bodying up with men. Like I know you hate Julius, but Julius is a fucking beast, bro. You know, as far as like
Melo just posted some shit of him and Julius practice together. Melo was still bullying his ass.
Was he?
Yeah, Melo was still bullying his ass. Bring him back.
I would take him right now. You can put him on the team. You could put Melo on the team right now. He gets you 12 every night, no problem. Yeah. Off the bench.
He can still shoot.
No doubt about it. He can get you 12 off the bench.
He'd probably be like, "Oh, let that nigga."
Oh, he don't play defense even when he was good. Like even at his fucking height, he was never playing no. He was playing Olay defense, but like,
get past that. I don't want to hear.
But I'm saying, if you pulled him off the bench, he would average 10, 12 points, no problem.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with the NBA. I just feel like they don't want vets around. I don't know what it is.
And it's wild because they're paying people wild fucking money. He don't even need the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
they don't need the money.
Give him a fucking.
About to be an NBA player. I'm telling you.
That kid, he's one of the top high school recruits, right?
Bro, he's better than Bronny. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, Bronny's undersized. Bronny's just getting around because of his name. He could play, but
because Bronny's younger brother Bryce is a beast.
That kid's gonna be From what I hear, that kid's gonna be the truth. But I watched a bunch of video of Melo's kid, like highlight video of Melo's kid, and he's fucking hooping.
Right now, I think he's a senior right now.
Yeah.
And Gilbert Arenas' son. They're both going to be good, bro.
Really? I didn't know Gilbert had a kid.
Bro, Elijah Arenas. Look him up. Bro,
I'll check him out.
360 dunks on kids already in high school.
There's some young white kid that I keep seeing all these fucking videos of. Some tall fucking white kid who's just been killing it. I keep seeing videos of too.
Yeah, he's from Maine. That kid's good.
Yeah, he can really fucking play.
He can, but my only problem with kids like that is I feel like they reached their peak in high school.
Well, that happens a lot. Big fish, small pond. You know what I mean? Like it's gotten a little better with AAU in the sense that like you're playing better competition, but I feel like you're also not getting coached the way you used to. So kids don't develop. The AAU teams don't develop players' skill sets. Like you don't learn to dribble and pass, and you know what I mean? Like everything is just run and gun because you every week you're with different players and I don't know. I don't know that the whole AAU thing is good for the league as far as the actual product at the end of the day. But I do think you're getting
AAU changed a lot though. The way it used to be back in the day from what it is now is completely different. There used to be more developing of the players and working with them about making it to the league. Now it's more about the coaches want to build like a super squad to
right.
Shit. It's not the same.
But that's why these European kids come over
and they're way better.
And they're way better overall players. They may not put up fucking 40 points, but they can fucking pass, they can dribble, they make all the right moves. Like
they're Luka.
Right.
Look at Luka's killing this shit.
Can you imagine if you're Atlanta and you traded fucking Luka for fucking Trae Young's bitch ass?
And Trae Young isn't bad.
No, he's not bad. But bro, Luka might be the best player in the league. He's arguably one of them.
I think he's number 2 for MVP talks. It's him and Embiid right now to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Because he's killing it, bro. He's like a 30-point triple-double right now. Westbrook numbers and shit.
Yeah. And he's like, he shoots unconscious. Like, he's not even a great shooter, but he don't give a fuck. He'll shoot 10 threes a game and hit 6 of them.
And he's another one that don't play no defense. He'll let you run right past
100%. But it's wild, though, to watch him play because it's like he plays at a speed. Like, everybody's like, oh, he's slow, and he is. But it works for him. You have to play at his pace, and nobody can do it.
Yep, you got to play at his pace, and that's the way to like frustrate him. make him play differently. That's the only way to actually frustrate him, is to make him either speed it up or slow it down. You make him at your pace, which is not easy to do, obviously.
Right.
But if you can do that, you can slow Luka down.
Yeah, but he's wild. It's funny watching him just fucking methodically just work people over. It's like
Slow ass between the legs.
Right. Everything looks fun, bro. His game is ugly as fuck.
His nickname should be the Sloth, bro.
Right. His game is ugly. It's real ugly, but it's like
it works.
It works. Right. It don't gotta be pretty. So all right, brother. Well, listen, let me jam. We'll get back at it. We'll figure it out again at some point. But I'll be hitting you up and we'll be complaining about this.
Yeah, I already know. We'll talk some MMA next time too.
I bet.
Peace. We gotta get started with my boy, Abdul Rahid. Wahid. What's his name? Wahid, right? Really, I want to talk about Rolly. That motherfucker's funny, bro. That motherfucker's funny, bro. He just be saying mad random shit. I don't even know if he's serious or not half the damn time. The nigga told Ryan Garcia, I don't need tune-up fights. And then goes, yeah, me and Ryan Garcia will sell a lot of pay-per-views. And Ryan's like, I'm already negotiating with Haney. Like, what the fuck? You took too long, bro. You on vacation? You with bitches? And Yo, Rolly's crazy, bro. He's different.
And man, when they told that man he had to start fighting people to fucking, to retain the title, that motherfucker ended up with an injury. He told he was retired.
He should have rematched that old nigga. That's what he should have did.
Yeah, that's what he did. He owe him a rematch, bro. That's a fact. He owe him a rematch.
That old nigga fucked him up. But yeah, back to Gervonta, aka Abdul.
Yeah.
What do you think's next for him? I know he was everybody's talking shit to him now. I don't know why everybody's all of a sudden talking shit, but
well, here's the thing with him, bro. Like, you can't really knock him either because they got this whole thing with obviously the Showtime thing. Mm-hmm. You got everything what's going on with the case, which that's on him. They don't know about that. So you can't get proper training in because the judge told you you're not allowed to because you violated whatever stipulations you had as far as the courts are concerned, and that's on you. That ain't on nobody. Yeah. But with that being said, that's how he makes his money. So, as a professional, I'm not going to no fight either, knowing, hey, I can't get proper training. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So I can understand it both ways. So people got to be a little realistic with that as well. Like, y'all want him to fight the best people, but y'all want him to go into a half-ass training camp fighting the best people.
Exactly.
Gotta be a little realistic, You gotta be somewhat fair.
Exactly.
So.
What you said? My bad.
People saying Frank Martin. I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was hearing Valenzuela is his mandatory. The one who just beat up Little B-Hop, Chris Colbert.
Wait, so that's the one who's the mandatory for Gervonta?
Yeah, that's the mandatory. Yeah.
That's not good for that kid, Gervonta. Shit, imagine Lil B-Hop was the.
Yo,
Lil B-Hop would have got killed by Gervonta.
Had he beat him, that would have been a mandatory. Yeah.
Damn. Some rough mandatory for that kid. He was like, I gotta fight Gervonta.
Yeah. Or Gervonta, excuse me, to activate his clause as well with the title that he'll move up and fight Rolly. So they hold the same title at 140. So he can move up and activate that and become Rolly's mandatory.
I think Haney Garcia is going to be a good fight. I think they'll get it done. They'll negotiate it right. They'll get it done. And I think the winner of that is going to try to fight Gervonta, but they're going to end up fighting Rolly. That's what I think is going to happen. I just feel like Gervonta is not going to take the 140. He's going to stay at 135. And I feel like Rolly's going to be like, all right, you got me next. And then they're going to have to beat up Rolly. And then I don't know. Maybe the winner goes up to 47, fights Terrence, but I don't think so.
Terrence might be staying at 147.
Yeah, that's why I say he goes 147 to fight Terrence. Wait, you think Terrence is moving up?
Without a doubt. He's not saying I 147.
Hmm.
I'm surprised he's even fighting Spence at 47. To be honest with you.
Wait, he's well because he knows it's going to drain sprints. It makes sense.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
makes sense. It's in his advantage.
I just think overall to be a way better fight at 54 for both of them. For both of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody
But
gets the
I
advantage.
think I think it's more competitive at 54. Terrence don't want that. He want to dominate again.
Well, here's the thing. 54, 47 doesn't matter at this point because if Spence beat him, he's not going to be undisputed.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Because he already let the belt go. He got stripped of the idea.
That's right. He did
So
look that.
either, like, which I also found to be very interesting because Spence beat him. The whole point of the rematch clause is the rematch to be undisputed.
Yeah.
Now he can't be undisputed if he rematches. It's weird. Which is now, I don't even see why that fight should even happen. I understand it's probably a pride thing now at this point. But
it's a pride thing and it's a money thing because they're going to make the most money. You know that pay-per-view is going to be huge.
Yeah. I think it's better 54.
I think Spence already has a huge following, so I think that's one of the reasons why the first pay-per-view was huge because they're going to come out again for the second one. And he's going to sell a lot of pay-per-views.
Spence.
They were just making fun of Haney. I just watched them make fun of Haney for making 50,000 pay-per-view. That's rough.
But that's not surprising, though, bro. That's not surprising.
Less than Jake Paul, though. Ugh, bro, Jake Paul had 65. Damn, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bigger influence. You know, he has a bigger following.
Yeah.
But the thing with Jake Paul numbers are depleting so fast because the gig is up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? No one wants to see this shit no more.
Yeah, the gig is up for him for sure.
It's all the gimmick. Nobody want to see that.
I think we already knew that, but most like the regular people didn't know. Like,
right. You robbed the bank enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You robbed the bank enough, bro. Nobody want to see that shit no more. Like,
nobody's paying for that shit, bro.
Yeah,
it's only your fans. That's it.
Right. Yeah. Which now we know is 65,000 people. So
it's not really the million followers. It's only 65,000 because the rest of your followers ain't paying for that shit.
No one's paying for that no more. Yeah, like you got the 65,000 people that's loyal to you. I want to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
But that deal that you're making ain't sufficient enough, bro. Like, sorry, it ain't happening. Niggas ain't buying that no more. But on another note, man, I like that Jermaine Ortiz and guy named Jermaine Ortiz and
who's he fighting?
Fucking
you forgot?
Post-COVID symptoms over here. I'm losing my mind, bro. Fucking
You know what? Let me ask you this. You think Wilder's done or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think he's done.
Wrap it up, bro. You rolled the bank too. It's over.
The nigga said he found peace. It's over.
Whatever peace you found, you need to go lose it again.
For real, because he needed that anger or whatever he had inside of him was making him a monster, and now he looks soft out there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So not Lomachenko, fucking Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz. Really good fight.
Okay.
Really good
I
fight.
thought Teofimo was gonna fight Lomachenko.
Nah. So Lomachenko wants to fight. I forget who the hell he's. Kambosos at 135.
Okay.
For the vacant IBF title, I believe it is.
That's a good fight. Yeah. Lomachenko's gonna win because he's a lot faster. Yeah. But it's still a good fight.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at either one of those. I would have liked to see Jermaine Ortiz and Shakur fight. I think that was a fight that was supposed to happen.
He lost a lot of fans, bro. That last fight, he lost a lot of fans, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what he thought he was doing, but people really were like, nah, that's not it.
Well, he's too up in the air, man. He's too indecisive with a lot of shit, too, man. Like, he be saying some off-the-wall shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, yo, bro, like, what are you, like, still on the internet?
Well, you see who his best friend is.
Yeah, Crawford.
Yeah, he be saying some wild off the wall shit.
Yeah, he's off the wall. Yeah, he's off the wall with
He be
some
saying the
shit,
same
man.
type of
I just
shit.
feel like them and their team, man, is delusional, bro. Like the fighter in them is like their skills is like unmatched, bro. Don't get me wrong. Like, get nobody mad about their skills, but business wise and media wise, bro, I need better PR people, man.
I think the fight to make for Shakur is Javante or Abdul, my bad.
Honestly, I want to see the Devin Haney fight a lot more.
Then, because I feel like Shakur and Javante is kind of similar in size. Or you think Shakur's a lot bigger?
Nah, I don't know. He's way bigger than Javante. Tiny, bro.
Javante, he's short wise, but I think he's stocky. Pause.
Nah,
He's stocky though.
he's small, bro. He's
Because
small.
he did fight what's his name at 140.
But everybody bigger than him. Everybody.
He fought at 140. Javante. What
Yeah.
was that? The Spanish guy's name. What the fuck is his name? Damn.
Mario Barrios.
Yeah, Barrios. He fought him at 140.
Right, and look how much weight he had to put on for that.
Yeah.
See the weight he had to put on for that fight? He was still skyscraping over there.
I don't know. Boxing is a little different. Maybe he's really a 125er.
That's-
Someone his size would be really
what I think.
125 pounds.
I think he's at most 130. I feel like he was 130 was like, all right, this is it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you pushed it at 35. You did your thing at 35. You know, you maintained the weight. When you went up to 40, he didn't look good at 40.
Mm.
He hit power translated.
He was actually getting beat up in the boxing and then knocked the nigga out.
Yeah,
That was really what happened.
his power translated. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think his IQ and his powers got him through that.
That was the nigga he hit with the uppercut, right? And knocked his ass.
At 130. That was a 130 uppercut. That was
130? Okay.
Yeah, that was at 130. But when he went up to 40, that proved he got some pop, boy.
They're saying that he's probably going to fight Isaac Cruz again next. I just heard that from somebody. I don't know if I really like that for him in his career, but it is what it is. If that's what he's got to do to win or to be.
It'll sell. Isaac Cruz got a big fan base, man. It'll sell.
He does. He gave him some problems.
Yeah. I mean, he fought with one hand.
But...
Yeah, he fought him with one hand. You know what I'm saying? Man threw nothing but fucking rights the whole fight. Jabs and rights. So
honestly, it looks like the top two competitors in heavyweight of boxing has fallen off. Tyson, he got beat by Ngannou. We all know.
Hands down. Can't nobody debate that. Like,
and Wilder. And now look at Wilder.
Yeah, I feel like
now Joshua. Anthony Joshua's looking like the bully right now.
Well, here's the thing.
That's how crazy that sounds. He's the bully right now.
People were clowning Joshua.
I was clowning Joshua.
People were saying he didn't look good when he was with Derrick James. Mm-hmm. But those 3 fights he did with him, now you're starting to see the fruits of the skills that he put. Them fundamentals, they showed a lot in this last fight, bro. He kept behind the jab. He kept his pace.
Spence's trainer, right?
Right. Yeah. See? But he moved on to Ben Davis. But at the end of the day, bro, like the foundation was already being set there for you. Because you was never poised like that. You never had a good jab like that. Mm-hmm. You didn't have good distance like that. And all 3 of those things showed in his last fight. It showed. Ben Davis didn't do that for you in one fight. That was all Derrick James, bro. It showed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he definitely looks better than what he did.
Yeah, he looks great. He looks great.
He definitely looks better. But like, who's his next competition now? The guy that beat up Big Baby? Because he already beat that guy, didn't he?
Who?
What was his name?
That's fight there, boy.
Big Baby was calling him shrimp.
And they still called him shrimp after they lost.
After, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Well, so you mean, bro, what are you doing?
Man, respect to the shrimp. You know, what the fuck? The shrimp just beat your ass, bro.
Big Baby, very entertaining here. I watch him all day. He talk
hella shit. But like he didn't show any skill in that fight.
He fell off, bro. He fell off. He another one that fell off, bro. You watch his last fights, way better.
Yeah, I just wanted to see them actually throwing something and doing something, making some moving. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But he looked like he had too much weight on him. He looked like he just weighed too much. He shouldn't have weighed that much going in.
That's the heaviest I've ever seen him go in a fight.
Yeah, and it looked like he didn't really do any training except throwing his hands.
Yeah, it was bad, bro.
When you don't do training and you're just throwing your hands, hitting the mitts and the bags, right? Your legs get weak, and then you get tired in the fight because you ain't doing shit. Bro. You're not moving around. You're not
heavy.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you heavy.
You got to lose some of that, bro. You got to going into a fight. You got to lose some of that.
Yeah, bro. Bro, it was bad too, man. Because like he sat there, you look at the ref like he got hit with an illegal blow. I'm like, my man, you just got cracked. And then you try to move to the left, got cracked again.
That's the funny thing about boxing. When a nigga gets cracked, they look at the ref. They're like, yo.
Yeah, I don't know why you got
hit, boy.
Hey, bro, you better guard up.
You better put your hands up.
This is a heavyweight boxing, bro. You better guard up. Anybody up here can hurt you, bro. A bum can hurt you. Like two heavyweights.
Yeah, two of them bitches.
Don't play around.
Pop, pop.
Yeah, don't play around.
Snoring, boy.
Yeah, the heavyweights don't play, man. You in there with fucking 200 plus, bro. Like, you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bum will hurt you. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that shit coming.
But that's it, really, though. Like, there ain't not too many heavyweights out there. Not too many good heavyweights out there, to be honest. And I didn't even consider Wilder good. I just thought he had a lot of power.
Yeah.
And now that his power is not showing like he used to, he's definitely done. I don't see him coming back just to get beat up again.
Man, I don't know, bro. I just feel like anybody with some type of elite level skill and boxing ability with defense can avoid the right hand, bro, because he's not disguising it.
But we've seen that for years, and he still got it through.
Yeah,
wasn't it Ortiz that was beating him, and then he finally knocked him out at the end or something like that? Ortiz was outboxing him, right? He was outboxing him and shit, and then he finally caught him at the end. Like, we've seen it for years.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
Well, that was the blueprint right there. I think people watch that and show that right hand can be avoided, man.
Yep.
And it's like
that's kind of simple though. Wouldn't you just circle to his left?
For the most part, yeah.
Well,
the problem now is when you come in. When you come in, he's so unorthodox, you don't know when he's throwing it.
Yeah.
Now he's a little more easier to avoid now because
I think that because he throws so strong, when you come in, you should be striking right away. You shouldn't be coming in looking for him to strike. You should be trying to sneak down the middle, pop, pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, instead of looking for that right, because it's gonna come. You just gotta duck that bitch.
Yeah.
That's it. You
look at his past three opponents that was able to avoid it. You got Ortiz, Cuban fighter, Tyson Fury, very good boxer, good defense.
Yep.
And this nigga. So
yeah,
all three good boxers, bro. All elite level boxers at his weight, and it didn't take much. It's just positioning and hand movement. That was it. The biggest thing with Tyson Fury, like you said, he just constantly circled. And whenever he seen the right coming, it was all telegraphed. So all he did was move his head.
He's very. You could tell when he's gonna throw it every time.
Yeah.
And that's all he'll throw to the left a little bit, but
and he's so far away when he's throwing it. So you're not doing yourself any favors. You're so far away when you throw it. The reason why he caught Ortiz twice because he caught Ortiz coming in and he was closer to him.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a little harder to see, and even if you do see it at that point, it's a little too late. You know?
We're gonna have to come right back to this in a minute.
Yeah.